Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about contour and bronzing. What are the difference between the two? Not only that, we're going to be featuring the new Rare Beauty contour. We're going to be comparing it to the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. So if you want to continue watching and learn a little bit more about how to contour slash bronze, then please go ahead and do so, because I'm going to show you bonitas how we do a little bit of everything. Here we do have 3 of the new Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contours. They look like this. There are a total of 7 shades of the new contours. I did receive 3 of the shades, and we're going to just kind of go over the shades and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna first start off with Mellow, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them on the back of my hand. Mellow looks like that. Mellow is a light cool brown. The next shade I received is Gentle. And Gentle is a fair cool taupe. And then the third shade I received is the shade Solace. And this shade Solace is a medium cool taupe. So out of the 3 shades that we have right here, the shade that I'm going to be using to contour is going to be the shade Solace. And basically, to go a little bit more in depth on these are a weightless, easy to blend liquid contour that defines and enhances your favorite features for a natural lifted look that lasts. You just dot, you blend, and you're done. Shaping and sculpting made easy, mistake-proof, blending and building, weightless, long-lasting, natural finish. These do retail for $28, and I do want to show you a comparison between this and the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. So you can see the difference in here. In the new contours, you do get 0.503 ounces, and then in the blushes, you do get 0.25 ounces. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the differences between contour and bronzing. So they're both used to shape the face. They're just both used for different reasons. So the contour is used to create an illusion of shadow onto the face, while the bronzer adds warmth and that sun-kissed finish to the face. So we're going to be doing one side of each so that you guys can kind of see how they compare and contrast. And this is going to be kind of like that beginner friendly, made easy to use for you guys. And the reason why I'm excited to use these in particular is because Rare Beauty does have very great products when it comes to shaping the face. This is one of the most popular products that Rare Beauty does have. It is their bronzing sticks. You guys have probably seen these many times. These have gone viral because of how creamy and consistent that formula is. You do not need a lot, and you get such great pigmentation out of these products. So you're gonna really get that sun-kissed effect, but very little of this goes a very long way. So I'm gonna actually start off by doing our contour. So for contour, I'm gonna be taking the shade Solace, and I'm just going to be using the technique that Rare Beauty does, which is to dot. And we're just gonna apply these products on the hollows of the face. So I'm gonna go under the cheekbone, and then we're gonna apply them right here on the jawline. So these are the main elements of where you want that contour to lay on. And as you can see, you want to pick a cool tone color because that's going to create shadow. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Rare Beauty brush. This is a great brush because it is so soft and the bristles are so precise. It's really going to allow you to pat that product into the skin and give you a very effortless, seamless blend. You can see how pigmented these products are. It's literally the same consistency as the one that we see from the Soft Pinch blushes, and it's just going to create so much pigment into the skin. And you guys can see how that cool tone color is really shaping up the hairline on this side. Do you see the difference between having that contour shade right there between not having anything on this side? It just really seamlessly blends into the skin without any issues. It doesn't look muddy whatsoever. Just blends so nicely. Then I'm going to go ahead, begin blending right here. And basically, like I said, the hollows of the cheek is where you want to create that shadow. to really start to define where you want that contour to lay on, like so. You don't want it too high because you just want the contour to create that shadow. All these shades right here, I feel like have a very nice cool tone effect. It just really depends on what you're looking for. And then of course, we're gonna take the color down here on the jawline to really create that shadow right there to minimize any appearance of like a double chin going on right there. So I really like how that shapes up. You guys can see exactly where the contour is laying right here, adding that shadow. That's why it goes lower than where you would put a bronzer, and you guys will see it shortly when I do go in and apply that bronzer on this side. I'm taking the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This one is in the shade Always Sunny, and it looks like this. Definitely a very warm tone. And this one is a different formula. It's a creamy formula instead of a liquid formula. And this is a rich caramel with warm undertones. Now for the bronzer, we're going to be applying it to the high points of the face. So we're going to be applying it on our forehead, which we can apply it like so. We also want to go in and apply it right here on the cheekbone, much higher, like so. And then we can also apply a little bit right here on the chin, like so. So basically we want to apply it all the places where we want to add that warmth, adding that color back into the complexion as opposed to contour where you're creating those shadows. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use another brush, and I'm going to use this color right here to warm everything up. And then I'm gonna take the color up here for the cheekbone. This is just adding warmth back into the complexion. And then on the chin, to also add a little warmth right there. You bonitas can see the difference. This is adding much more warmth with the bronzer stick, and then this is adding shadow to give you that nice enhanced shadow effect. You can see the difference. More cool toned, more warm toned. Bronzer is also more so about mimicking that natural tan that we have into our skin and just warming up those high points that we want to give that illusion of having warmth. But look at that. You can see contour gives a more snatched look, while bronzer gives a more warmth. So I have to say it's definitely preference what you choose to do, but I feel like both give you such beautiful results, and it really also depends on what you're exactly going for. Do you want to add shadow? Do you want to add warmth? You can also go in with a little bit of both. You can go ahead and do some shadow with the contour a little bit below your cheekbone and then add warmth above. Or you could just go in with a contour and then you can go in and add some blush and some luminizer to add a little bit more of that pinky tone color to your cheekbone. And we see that going on in this right here. So I was looking at the Rare Beauty pamphlet, and the beautiful model, she had that really beautiful blush and luminizer on top of the area where she applied the contour. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the contour usually goes around the jawline because it's creating that shadow. So above, what you want to be enhanced will be the blush. So you just apply it kind of where that cheekbone would go, and that's kind of where you apply that bronzer on this side. So I do want to go ahead and do that because I really like this technique. I feel like it works really well when you want to go with a contour, but you want to incorporate your blush luminizer within this look. I find that for me, sometimes I struggle deciding whether I wanted to go in with contour or I wanted to go in with blush, especially because there was a time where everybody loved that contour effect, so they left out blush. Now we're in a time where everybody loves their blush and doesn't want to have to pick and choose. So you can go in with both. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm taking Rare Beauty Happy, and I'm going to apply that right here. I'm going to do one dot. Then I'm going to go in with the luminizer right here. This one is in the shade Transcend, and I'm going to apply that right here. Then I'm going to go in with another small dot of Happy. Now keep in mind, these colors are extremely pigmented, so less is more. I would keep the dots small. It just gives such a beautiful blend. So I'm going to be taking that right here. Blend, blend, blend. Applying that above our contour. And bam. Look how stunning that looks. So you can see where the blush is, and then you do have that shadow that gives you that snatched sculpted look underneath, and it just kind of creates a very nice lifted look. So do you see the difference? It just goes together so beautifully, as opposed to when you are bronzing, the bronzer does go up higher, so that could kind of impact the area where you are applying a blush and the luminizer. So I do feel like going in with the blush and luminizer, if you want to incorporate that still to your sculpting routine, like a great fit for right with your contour like so. These colors are just very beautiful shades together. I never even thought to pair both the blush and the luminizer, but I think pairing them together, especially if you do like a blush that has a little bit of radiance in there, nothing too intense, but just a little bit of radiance, especially if you're working with a matte finish, which I do feel like matte makeup is making a comeback. It's really nice to be able to add a little bit of a glow, mixing your liquid products together to create that beautiful glow within your blush. So you guys can see. I do want to go ahead and swatch the stick, which is very warm, perfect for bronzing. And then I am going to go in with the contour, which is cool. So you can see that difference between going in with a contour and going in with a bronzer to create that perfect look that you are going for. All in all, I have to say, bonitas, these pigmentations from both, whether you're looking for a good bronzer or whether you're looking for a good contour, are great. Rare Beauty never fails when it comes to the formula of their products. You can tell they really take time to develop and create products that are going to be very great and useful for somebody, but also products that are going to work well, that are going to blend well, and they always bring it to the table. And I think for the product that you're getting in here and for the price, these are going to last you for a very long time. You're not going to go through this quickly. I mean, even the blushes, I've had my blushes for a while now, and I still have so much product in here because less is more. I also really do love that technique that they do where it's dot, blend, and done, because it's really that simple. And I feel like for a long time, we always see those pictures, those like diagrams of how the makeup looks sculpted and how it looks with all the shadow, and you're like, how do I even start? How do I even do this? But it's really just that simple. You dot, you blend, and you're done. The products are so easy to blend. They're so workable. They're not muddy products that it just makes it that much easier for somebody that's just getting into contouring or bronzing to really not feel overwhelmed or feel like it's too much for them to try it. I would say, bonitas, these are definitely some new to check out if you are in the market for a new contour product. It's super mess free. I mean, you can see this type of packaging. Like, look at the packaging. Like I said, very similar to the blush, literally the same as the blushes, but there's no mess here. It's all super easy and practical to do because it is just that quick. So these are definitely ones that I would recommend. I mean, look at this look that it created. It's been a while since I've done the contouring, but I'm telling you, Rare Beauty's new launch, their soft liquid contours has really just gotten me back into this nice contoured effect. And knowing that I can add my blush and my luminizer along with that, like a little trio, is just perfection. So I know many of you guys probably already have these, so you can still incorporate this once you go ahead and pick up a contour. Even if it's not this one, whatever contour you may have, you can always go in and incorporate the rest of the products that you already love into your routine, because it just goes right above the contour y lista. So those are pretty much all my thoughts, bonitas. I hope that this review and demo tutorial was very helpful, especially if you have been looking into the differences between contouring and bronzing, or if you've been looking into these new Rare Beauty contours and you want to know if they're worth it. I say they're definitely worth it. Definitely always go in store to swatch them to see which color will fit you the best. I feel like that's the best way to tell what's going to work best. But what I will recommend for a contour is always going in with a cool toned color, because that cool tone color is really going to give you that nice contoured effect, that shadow that you want, and it's going to be a different look to going in with a bronzer, which is going to give you a more warm effect. So that's why I wanted to show a comparison between the bronzer color and the contour color, so you can kind of see where you fall with those and you can go from there. But I really hope that the swatches and the demo was really helpful for you to figure out what type of look that you want to go for and what would best suit you, because truly contouring and bronzing is super easy once you really are able to differentiate what is what. So that's pretty much it, bonitas. If you enjoy watching these tutorials, these demos, then please go ahead, give this video a big thumbs up, bonitas. Lets me know to continue doing estos videos para ustedes. That's pretty much it. I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. Let's go ahead and start a conversation down below. Are you team contour or are you team bronzer? Quiero saber. Let me know. I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful, bonitas. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Adios.